This is the Sonoff Water Valve. It's a water valve that requires a Zigbee hub. It's a water valve that requires a cloud account and app to function. It's a water valve that I installed and still can't use. But I'll get to that. First, there are some things that you need to know. I will always be honest with my viewers. Integrity is something I take very seriously. Sonoff sent me the Zigbee bridge and the water valve for the specific purpose of this review. I was not coerced or paid to give it a positive review, and so I shan't. But I'll get to that as well. When I did the last review on the 8-tree smart plug, I created a scorecard of sorts to grade products since I'm being asked to review things now. I have modified that scorecard, so I'll be looking at weighted values that look something like this. Safety is obviously more important than packaging, so it has a much higher weight, and so on. I'll go through and grade each category after I describe the device and my experience installing and using it. It's worth noting, I have not needed or used Zigbee in my system. I don't see the need or any further benefit beyond reducing network devices and isolating their communication natively. These points don't mean anything to me because my smart network is not connected to the internet and is quite capable of handling hundreds of devices because I don't skimp on network infrastructure. It also means I can directly access and interface with all of my devices using commonly available technology without the need for additional intermediary devices. So I have some reservations already due to the requirement of the Zigbee bridge and all the trust that goes with it. However, since there are plenty of people who like the Zigbee platform and I cannot point to a specific hazard, I will not count my opinion against the devices in question. Because I have to use both, I will review both as a package deal. These devices, as with all Sonoff devices I've seen, require the eWeLink or uLink app. We're already off on a bad foot with that requirement, but there are other ways in which these devices can redeem themselves. Let's start with the packaging they came in. It's not particularly designed to protect the product in transit, but few packages are these days. It's very difficult to open any of these kinds of boxes without tearing some part of it, and for someone like me who likes to have original packaging to transport things during a move or to store an unused device, I think this is a bit of a bother. The graphic is accurate to the product, and there's a style to the design that seems intentional and simple in a good way. There's a clear indication of the brand, and there are no misleading claims or specs. The bridge came with a USB cable, no USB power adapter, a reset pin tool, and the manual. The water valve came with user manual and PTFE tape in more than enough length for 3 or 4 installs, easily. Probably more. The devices are both actually quite sleek. I like the edge grooved detail, which is consistent between the two products. It shows intent to deliver a pleasing aesthetic, and I think they've actually nailed that. I have never taken issue with the way Sonoff products look. They're quite unique and cool looking. The plastic is fairly tough stuff, just rigid enough, just flexible enough in most areas. There is one exception to this with the water valve. I think the plastic used for the female connector ring and male threaded output port are a little too rigid, and I would be worried about them in chilly weather. It's expected to bring them in for the freezing months, but I think they'd start to risk cracking or splitting in temperatures like a cool fall day, keeping in mind that I am only a few full degrees south of the 45th parallel in North America. I'm also a little on the fence about UV and the effect of direct sunlight on the unit, but that isn't too much of an issue if your hose bib is in a shady place, as they often are. Powering the Zigbee can be done with a modest 5-volt power supply, as little as 1 amp, so I used an old Google Home adapter I had lying around. Powering the water valve takes 4 AA batteries that are inserted in this magazine, which is pretty sturdy, easy to get the batteries in and out of, and has this fairly durable O-ring. I'm guessing it's nitrile, but it could be something a bit less long-lived. It seals well, which I tested against my own will when I tested the initial tightening of the collar onto the spigot. With PTFE tape, it took quite a bit of force to really get the unit tight, but attaching the hose to it was much less trouble. The unit is definitely on securely, so I'm not too upset about the effort required to seal the connector. Now it's time to talk about setting up the devices with the Link app. This is when it got time-consuming and a bit frustrating. I did attempt to connect both devices to my inner non-internet connected network, and that seemed to anger both units quite a lot during setup. In fact, it also angered another Sonoff device so much it kept having update seizures, but that'll have to wait until the next video. So, after I connected the Zigbee bridge to the internet-connected guest network on the outside of my firewall, I decided to try connecting the water valve before I even took it outside. This worked after some fiddling, and the device sort of self-reported as a light switch. At least I think that's why the interface looks like this. I think they repurposed some of their other circuitry to simply control power to the diaphragm valve inside and didn't bother changing the UI. I think this might even be a work in progress, as there's another frustrating thing that happened. When I took the unit outside, it just would not talk to the bridge, so I deleted it and repaired. This was done several times in an attempt to correct the really bizarre thing that happened when I got it connected outside. It decided that it wasn't supported yet. That's the current state of that device. It's not usable remotely. I will say that pressing the rather robust feeling button on the unit is much easier than turning the water valve, but it doesn't do much for scheduling or control. It is at this point that I'd like to remind everyone that if this were a Wi-Fi device, or even had a backup Bluetooth or Wi-Fi connection, I'd be able to directly access the device and still half use it remotely. But it doesn't, and I can't. Given that I cannot use this device at present, and when it is usable, I still need to go not only through a second device, but also a server over the internet, just to turn my water faucet on or off when I want the garden watered, I have to say I'm not super excited about the situation. But let's take a look at everything we know and see how this device rates according to a guy with seemingly no qualifications whatsoever talking to a camera about things he got for free. The packaging isn't bad, but it's also not really good. The ripping thing and zero impact protection takes away from the really good looking simple image and design. From 0 to 4, I give it a 2, average. The user manual is not wrong, but it also doesn't go out of its way to be easy to read. I feel like just a page or two more room could have possibly allowed for bigger text. I give this a 2 as well. It's average. The appearance. Both of these devices are almost unbearably gorgeous to me. I say that because with even just the option to use the devices without involving the app in any way, they would be top shelf just on the build quality and aesthetic alone. Setup was an absolute nightmare. I recognize that's partly my fault for trying to do something outside the manufacturer's desired parameters, completely own control of the device in my possession. I give them 1 point since I tried to connect to a non-internet network before struggling and eventually having to completely delete and factory reset the devices just to change their networks. Being cloudless, they get a 0 because even if there's a hack available for the water valve or hub, I don't want to have to crack either open because they do not look like they'll yield very easily or look the same afterwards. With the water valve, I wouldn't want it to give, so that's not bad by itself, but I'm not going to the trouble of hacking a device that costs at least twice what a good timer valve costs and requires 5 times the effort and complexity as well as the internet to use. I am a tinker, but I'm not into hacking every possible device in my life with a wire in it. Security. The app is required. The internet is absolutely required for any functionality. Your network password is stored on a server somewhere and displayed in plain text when you go to set up another device through the app. Security is a 0 for me. It's only too bad I couldn't put a negative number in. I do not feel secure. I feel less than secure. I feel unnecessarily forced to give up sensitive information simply to flip the state of a relay. Lastly, and to their credit, I give both devices a solid 4 for safety. I don't think either of them will explode, catch fire, deteriorate instantaneously, or otherwise fire death rays at you. So, good job not killing users. Final grade? D-. They pass, but poorly in my eyes. Just let me use them without the app. That would bring this up to a solid B, I suspect. Give me a way to use them with Home Assistant without a rabbi and a live chicken, and I'll even give them an A. If you don't mind giving in to the app situation or risking bricking a device you paid money that cost you time off your life for the sake of hacking a water valve, the look and feel of these is absolutely wonderful. If you enjoyed this video, the look and feel of the like button is particularly appealing and satisfying to press, as well as being simple to interface with on the whole. Absolutely no network information is required for subscription, and membership will never ask you to enter your mother's maiden name to turn off your bathroom light. However, if you feel the need to share any personal information or feelings, please feel free to do so in the comments section, though I claim no responsibility for what might happen to your credit or social media accounts. If you want to see more info on how the Sonoff Water Valve can be used with Home Assistant, I hope you'll check out Bearded Tinker's video linked in the description. He's more patient and accepting than I am. His beard is also much cooler, but don't tell him I admitted it. Next time, thanks to these fine individuals and their immaculate living rooms, I'll be further reviewing Sonoff with their NS panel. Again. This time it's black, and I got a neat doodad with it. Will it make me a Sonoff believer? I hope you'll join me to find out as I continue exploring smarter circuits.